Another definition by UNESCO way back 2022. It's a record of focused learning achievement, verifying what the learner knows, understands, or can do. It also includes assessment based on clearly defined standards and is awarded to a trusted by a trusted provider. It also also be considered as a standalone value and may also contribute to or complement to other micro-credentials or macro-credentials, including recognition of prior learning. It also states that it meets the standards required by relevant quality assurance. So as mentioned, as you can see, there are several ways of calling it, either micro-credentials as is or micro-credentials with a hyphen. Another definition by the International Institute of Education Planning of the UNESCO, based in Paris. Micro-credentials are simply defined as a small volume of certified competencies acquired through life experiences, work, or study. It can be awarded to the learners after they have taken a short course or through recognition of prior learning. Again, the word recognition of prior learning. So this, how we started with our micro-credentials program. I did mention earlier, we started with our online blended learning courses way back 2008. And several years later, around 2015, we thought about how do we add more value to our certificates. Our certificates are actually credited primarily since we started with our partnership with the academic institutions all over the Philippines and later on in Southeast Asia. Started by giving the institutions giving 3 unit credits to those who have completed our courses. Later on, we decided to introduce micro certification or micro credentials. Initially, we call it the Joint Graduate Diploma Program. Again, 2015, from 3 units to 6 units. Later on, the value of a certificate from CUNATEC added to 9 units. And when we introduced the Joint Graduate Diploma Program, which we call them, before we call it micro-credentials, we ended up with 18 units. So 3 certificates from CUNATEC will be equivalent to 18 units. Some will consider it as 21 units, so equivalent to a diploma, graduate diploma. And then later on, we call it the micro-credentials program. So again, we call it the Joint Graduate Diploma Program. And around 2021, we call it the Enhanced Joint Graduate Diploma Program with the end view, as mentioned, being part of the micro-credentials program, the end view is getting an official degree. So the Joint Graduate Diploma Program was reintroduced around 2023. And now we call it as micro-credentials program. So what we do when we partner with academic institutions, CUNATEC per se is not a degree granting institution. We're a training center. So our partners provide the degree, the degree courses. So prior to getting the degree or the graduate diploma, we provide them with all of this information like the course description, the learning objectives of our courses, the number of learning hours, competencies, even the topics and activities. Our partner universities then identify which subjects may be equivalent to CUNATEC courses. Initially, as mentioned, let us say STI course 1 will be equivalent to Education Management 101. Initially, 3 units, and then eventually identify such other unit credits or unit subjects, and then it becomes part of a series of programs that will accumulate into 18 or 21 units, leading to a graduate diploma. So this is how we do it. The learner finishes, as mentioned, 3 courses. At least the course should be within 5 years. The learner submits the certificates to a college university where he or she intends to enroll, and the university grants the corresponding academic credits and certification subject to the processes and policies of the university concerned. So later in the year, around late 2023, as mentioned, I'm part of the Global Development Learning Network. It's a World Bank initiated association of universities and training centers all over the world. We came up with this task force. How do we add value to the certificates issued by the association itself, the GDLN? So we came up with this. We call it our very own GDLN micro credentials. So this is how we do it, how we did it. So we looked at the increased integration in the traditional education. We looked at micro credentials as becoming more integrated with traditional education pathways, allowing learners to combine micro credentials with formal degrees. Universities and colleges may then offer micro credentials as part of the degree programs or standalone options. When we look at customized learning pathways or personalized or customizable learning program, we look at continuing the evolution of offering more personalized and customizable learning pathways, where learners will be able to assemble micro-credentials into unique combinations, thereby aligning them with specific career goals. Another strategy that we look at is the so-called shorter, more focused programs, where micro-credentials may become even shorter and more focused, catering to the needs of just-in-time learning. This again could lead to proliferation of micro-credentials that may target very specific skills. In the age, since we are already in the age of AI, we're also looking at an AI-enhanced learning and assessment, or a combination of micro-credentials and formal degrees, where we look at enhancing the design and assessment of micro-credentials programs and using adapted learning technologies so that we may provide personalized recommendations to help learner support.